Good day. I wanted to provide an overview on the subject of how does the land get deeded and some of the correspondence that we had on the subject. So starting out, so in April 2022, our branch, so the Dennis Rumbley branch, we sent a letter saying about a subdivision proposal, area sharing proposal. And in the letter, we mentioned that we would also provide a draft subdivision of how 8 lots, subdivide the land, where some of the land would be divided in 8 lots, 8 equal lots. Then in the follow-up email was in May, where where we provided the drawing where the 8 lots, this would accommodate persons that want to, for example, in my case, would like to build a house now or soon. So this would accommodate that. And then the other part of the land would stay undivided, where, for example, something can be done together, or it could just remain undivided. So also some information was sent us from Cadastre. So when I went to Cadastre, they provided a pro forma invoice of how much it would cost. So the subject about Cadastre and the payments and stuff like that. So that is payments that Cadastre receive based on, I think the original plan was to leave it in one May brief, seeing that the proposal was sent for it to be subdivided. If that is the trend, then whatever was paid would go towards that. So that's basically what the Cadastre explained, but we first need to send them the drawings. So we internally have to agree this is the direction we are going, and then we send them the drawings, and then they go from there. Then maybe the pro forma invoice will be less or more or whatever, but we have to agree first. So this is what was sent the 5th month 2022 for subdividing the 8, based on that proposal where you have 8 lots being divided equally. Also in our follow-up email was the area sharing or subdivision agreement, which would be done with all of the heirs. So this is something that the notary and the Cadastre explained would have to be done. So I'll show some points that is seen in the deed. So then we have a better idea of the whole thing. Then in January 2023, we had some heirs that agreed to move forward with that proposal, that they would like to move forward with that proposal. That was 6 heirs. So these are all their names. So this is one of the last letters that was sent from the heirs. So this is something that they would like to see. So in terms of the question of the deeding of the land, we first need to agree on this part of it, because letters were sent, some heirs agreed to move forward in that direction. So now we need to agree on that. If there's questions of the payments, I could explain it to you, but of course, sometimes that is not enough. But maybe clarifications can be received there so that everybody understands that there's no May brief as yet. Nothing has been transferred as yet. Nothing has been executed as yet. So if that needs to be clarified so that there's no misunderstanding, then let's do that. But based on the areas that would like to see the land subdivided, I think we need to finalize that process. I think in the correspondence, the last set of emails that was sent was to resend the drawing, the proposed drawing, and the example of the subdivision agreement. So I think we need to clarify those things so that we don't have certain questions or certain comments or certain things is being said, and then we are not moving forward. So that is my opinion on the whole thing. I also mentioned I was going to show something about the deed. So in the deed, it has a lot of information about the branches, who gets what in terms of the branches. So in terms of D, so it mentions that. So it mentioned here clearly that we do not have a certificate of admeasurement as yet. So the payments made is there. They have the payment. So now we need to finalize this process on the subdivision because no deed has been transferred as yet. So we need to finalize that process. If two persons wants to have their lots together and both of them have one May brief, then let's do that. If 6 persons are saying they want individually their own lot, which was sent in as those heirs that sent the letter, then let's finalize these things, because I think this is the issue. We have things that still needs to be finalized, and when they're not finalized, then other topics come up, and then it gets sidelined, or maybe it's brought back up and things is forgotten, and then it just causes a confusion, especially when you have, in my opinion, when you have so much heirs. When things are not finalized, then things could get confusing. So in my opinion, I think we should finalize these things, these pending issues. If things need to be clarified, let's clarify them so that there is no further delays. If whatever issue is there, let's look at it and let's finalize it. So that is basically my opinion on how we should move forward. Of course, as the inheritance law, if you look at it, it says that you cannot hold back an heir if they want their lot subdivided out. So I hope that this process can be rectified in terms of finalizing the pending issues, finalizing the correspondence on the subdivision discussion proposal then, so that we can move forward.